Many people feel like, oh, I'm being attacked. And okay, I understand that. But when you think about being attacked, what is it that can bring you up to a next level? What is it that, where can you reach that can shift your frequency to feeling one of joy? Not in a fake way, like, oh, I'm fine, like so many people try, but in a way that is realistic and authentic to you.
Infinite being, use your intention, love your life.
What's good? What's good? My beautiful infinite beings. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome. I'm Dr. Kimmie K, and I'm just bringing you a little message about how to deal with negative ninjas. You know, the narcissists in your life, your frenemies, your so-called family that doesn't treat you very well.
Years ago, I would get so annoyed when people in my life that were close to me would react a certain way or behave a certain way that I didn't feel was very nice or in keeping with the way I wanted to be treated. And then I realized that maybe that was a reflection of myself. And to deal with it, I had come across a book called The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. And one of the rules, one of the four agreements, is to not take anything personally. And then it was an aha moment. Perhaps if I don't take these things so personally and use it as almost a mirror to help me reflect back to myself the things that I wasn't doing to myself or my very own treatment of myself, that maybe I could learn something from it instead of being so angry or so hurt by however the person was behaving or acting. And it made things a lot less painful. And I was able to kind of detach and learn from my feelings. For example, with you, do you find you have someone that's in your life who keeps disappearing on you, who abandons you, especially when you need them? Look at ways of how you might actually be abandoning yourself. Are you not loving yourself enough? Are you not doing self-care regularly?
So think about it. How are you dealing with these negative ninjas, these bullies, these people who are out of sorts? How do you shift so that you kind of ride at a higher vibrational frequency than them? They're not going to be able to keep up eventually. Having been someone in the past who've had to deal with bullies and narcissists and so-called frenemies, I'm one to really have a heart for that. And I also know that there is sometimes no fixing someone who has
So-called potential. We have to learn to meet people where they are at the moment. We create in the present moment, not in the shoulda, coulda, woulda, or what might happen. Wanting to be with someone, for example, because they could be a great partner in the future is not enough of a reason to be with that person now. Also, some people are just spiritual agents, and they are
contracted to do that type of work. I think of it now more as showing you where you are in your space and time and helping you to tease out those things that don't serve you anymore and find situations, people, and places that help you resonate at a higher frequency. A lot of the time, we find our outer experiences, our outer conditions are just a reflection of our inner conditions. I recently got a note from someone that is dealing with a really, really hard time. Their situation at work is not so great. They also find that their personal relationships are kind of, well, shall we say, a little sketchy. And that includes people who are so-called family. Well, sometimes when we look to our outside situation, we panic. We don't know how to fix it. But truly, our power
can be derived in standing in
called the divine feminine energy. Each of us has both divine masculine and divine feminine. And most of the time we go into that masculine energy, you know, doing, fixing,
survival.
instead of just being and allowing intuitively. Many of the things that I find we forget to do is to just be ourselves. If we're vibrating at a higher frequency than other people, it's not that they're not there, it's that they will fall off because the two frequencies are not in alignment. When we go inward with, let's say, prayer or meditation, or even doing a gratitude practice right after we get up in the morning or right before we go to bed, can be seriously helpful to keep us in a higher frequency. Listening to music that is of a higher frequency, maybe that's classical music for you. Maybe that's something that has, you know, higher instruments that play at a higher frequency as well. Music that uplifts you and gets you going, you know, that helps you to think about something other than your problems, but actually connects you with your inner self, your innermost self. Sometimes it's easier said than done, staying away from those negative ninjas, because they might be at work, they might be our parents, they might be our sister and brother. But just because they are, don't forget, they're just people. With people, you get a choice. Do I want to be around this energy? You might just send them love. Just tolerate them for the moment and maintain your boundaries. Also, a divine feminine energy aspect is to keep your boundaries. Have your boundaries, but you allow to flow across to you what you want, and what doesn't resonate with you stays away. So tapping into that either through a meditation, you can check out my channel for different meditations that allow you to tap in to specific frequency of love, of just being healthy, of healing, of prosperity. In other words, you be the light. Don't look for the light outside of you, but actually you be the light. Because when you glow, certain entities, their frequencies, they don't want to be around you. They don't want to be shown in the light, so they'll go running. Many people feel like, oh, I'm being attacked. And okay, I understand that. But when you think about being attacked, what is it that can bring you up to a next level? What is it where can you reach? That can shift your frequency to feeling one of joy, not in a fake way, like, oh, I'm fine, like so many people try, but in a way that is realistic and authentic to you. What is it that you can do to make a difference in a way that will absolve the things that are going on in your life, will absolve those negative feelings that you're currently feeling? It's okay to have the negative feelings, but then you have to move through them. It's like, okay, thank you for that signal. I'm not smacking you away because you're bringing something up in me. You're allowing me to see something where maybe I'm feeling a little short. I find that what we're going through many times is a reflection of our innermost world. So if you find that people are being mean or leaving you alone, like abandoning you, you'll also find that you might be abandoning yourself. So look inside. What are those ways that you're abandoning yourself? What are those ways that you're disrespecting yourself?
Abraham Hicks says, you cannot create outside of your vibrational offering. And you control your vibrational offering.
Because we teach others how to treat us. Remember, they're just people. They may be going through their own things that have even nothing to do with you. Realize that we're connected. Misery loves companionship. Their frequency, which is lower, is looking to combine with yours. And that's not a helpful thing if you're looking to stay high vibe and manifesting great things. So be still for a moment. What is that thing that can help you resonate at a higher frequency? Remember, you get to let people go if necessary. I'm not saying cut them all off, but I am saying consider. Consider protecting, consider walking, I hate that word protecting, but consider your own energy and how you would like to resonate and walk in that, feel that, be that, rather than forcing, trying to change a situation. Just allow it. And so how is that? Maybe through meditation, or maybe that's speaking into, doing some mirror work, or speaking into yourself at a time. Maybe that's reading the scripture or some other religious text that can help you tap into that higher self. Perhaps you had these people, well, I've known these people all my life. I feel guilty for letting them go and they're in such a pitiful place, but you've moved on. Well, that's okay. You can love them at a distance. Some people are seriously there for a season. They're to help you through a certain time, to help you see who you are in that moment. And they're not meant to stay with you. It's kind of like your own emotions. It's feeding you information, data, so that you can move to the next point in your life. Another thing that can help is to snuggle. Snuggling with your pet, particularly dogs. They have this healing component. And if you do that, don't forget to clear their energy as well. You don't want them hanging on to all of the things that they so graciously accepted from you. So make sure to clear them as well afterwards. And of course, you can seek the advice of someone who can kind of help you through that situation, be it a coach like myself or some other that resonates with you.
The takeaway here is that your reality isn't limited by the actions of others.
So don't forget to like and subscribe if you're liking this, more of this. This helps the algorithm for you to pick up on videos that might be share worthy. You will also be helping others to find the channel as well. And comment down below some other things you'd love to hear about. Thanks so much for watching. Smooches.
Thanks for watching, Infinite Beings. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, smooches.